Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. After the 5,000 men were satisfied, Jesus immediately made his disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side, to Bethsaida, while he dismissed the crowd. And after he had taken leave of them, he went up on the mountain to pray. And when evening came, the boat was out on the sea, and he was alone on the land. And he saw that they were distressed in rowing, for the wind was against them. And about the 4th watch of the night, he came to them walking on the sea. He meant to pass by them, but when they saw him walking on the sea, they thought it was a ghost and cried out. For they all saw him and were terrified. But immediately he spoke to them and said, "Take heart, it is I. Have no fear." And he got into the boat with them, and the wind ceased, and they were utterly astounded, for they did not understand about the loaves, but their hearts were hardened. The Gospel of the Lord. Brothers and sisters, yesterday we had the miracle of the 5 loaves and 2 fish. Today we have the miracle of the walking on the water. Matthew, Mark, and John put these 2 miracles back to back and explain that the disciples were completely confused by what was going on. They knew that they were witnesses to something greater than themselves, that something was going on around them that they didn't quite get. They were amazed by both events, but not sure what those events meant. Nothing would ever be the same for them again. That was sure. And only time would tell where the disciples would eventually fit into this great story unfolding all around them. All they had to do was to be patient and trust in Jesus. How do we cope in times of confusion, brothers and sisters? How do we cope in times of confusion? This coronavirus time, from March last year to now, has been a time of great confusion and upheaval for many in their faith lives with Jesus. On your own personal journey with Jesus, how have you handled the great story unfolding all around us? How have you handled the requirement to be patient and simply trust in Jesus like the disciples? Patience and trust are the hallmarks of faith. In the midst of uncertainty and confusion, in the midst of trial and tribulation, in the midst of your own hunger and struggle, I'd like to leave you with a quote by Ronald Reagan, the 40th President of the United States. "We are never defeated unless we give up on God." Brothers and sisters, in the midst of the confusion surrounding us, our own trials and tribulations, our own difficulties, do not give up on God. Patience and trust are the hallmarks of faith. Amen.